Hi everyone, it's Anne here, and it's Monday again. The fourth week of your 30 Days to Healthy Living challenge. Where's that time gone? I can see from more Facebook posts that you're all doing so well, and some of the recipes I'm really loving. So I'm definitely going to have to get my cooking hat back on and try some of those. So today's postures are about loosening up the back. Posture's actually a little set of poses that I did this morning while still lying in my pajamas in bed. So great to do first thing in the morning to loosen up the back, waking up the body. Also great if you've been sat around for a long time, at a desk, driving maybe for hours on end. So give these a go and see how you find them. So first of all, we're going to come down to lying on our backs. So come down to your mat or the floor. Coming down to lying on your backs with your knees bent and your feet about hip width apart, but bring the heels close up towards the bottom, maybe about a hand's length away from the bottom. Knees stay hip width apart. We're going to come into a bridge pose. Take the arms down by the side of the body, palms facing down, looking up towards the ceiling and keeping the chin slightly tucked in just to keep the length in the neck. And you're going to take a breath in, and as you do, you're going to tilt the pelvis, push through the heels, and gradually lift the pelvis and the hips off of the floor, rolling all the way up through the spine, up onto the shoulders, pushing down through those heels. Exhaling, reverse the other way. Draw the navel into the spine. Roll down the vertebra one by one. You're uncurling back down the spine until the hips come down to the floor again. Then take another breath in. Push through the heels. Tilt the pelvis. Roll up through the pelvis, up through the lower back, middle back, up into the thoracic spine behind the lungs, the cervical spine up towards the neck. And exhaling, reversing back down, keeping the knees parallel all the time. One more time. Inhale, push through the heels, tilt the pelvis, roll up through the spine, all the way through on that inhale. Exhaling, reversing the other way. Wonderful. And then take the arms out at shoulder height, palms facing up, and take the feet. If you're on a mat, take the mat width apart. Otherwise, it's probably about 1.5 to 2 feet. So we're going to windscreen wiper the legs, like the windscreen wipers on a car. So you're taking a breath in. As you exhale, drop the knees down towards the left-hand side. Keeping the feet where they are. Inhaling, bringing the knees back up to center. Exhaling, taking them over to the right. Feeling that stretch down the side, that slight twist in the lower back. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling to the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling over to the right. And then this time, take that right foot, so leaving the left knee where it is, take your right foot, place it on the outside edge of that left knee, and just allow the weight of that right leg to draw that left knee down towards the mat, opening up through this front hip flexor on the left-hand side. You should feel a deeper stretch here also through the outside of the hip, up into the left waist. And just take a couple of breaths here. Inhaling back to center. And this time, exhale, keeping the feet where they are, all the way over to the left. Bringing this right foot down towards the floor. Doesn't matter if it doesn't reach. Still looking up towards the ceiling. Take that left hand and just place it gently on the outside edge of that right leg. And just see if you can draw that right knee down just that little bit further. Keep this right shoulder down on the mat. So if you notice the right shoulder's lifted up because you're trying to get this knee to the floor, release that right shoulder down and the arm out and lift this leg back up a little bit. Just play around with it to see what feels good for you. And then release back out, bring the knees back up to centre. Plant the feet back on the floor and we'll do the other side. So I'm just going to turn round. So coming back onto the back. Take the feet that mat width apart, say about 1.5 to 2 feet. Arms out at shoulder height. Take a breath in. On the exhale, drop both knees down to the right. Inhaling back to centre. Exhaling to the left. Feel that stretch down this front hip flexor. Inhaling back to centre. Exhaling over to the right. Inhale back to centre. Exhale to the left. This time, take the left foot, place it on the outside edge of the right knee. Feel that opening again down that front hip flexor. Take a breath in, bring the knees up, keeping the feet where they are. Exhaling, taking the foot and the knee to the other side, still looking up towards the ceiling. Notice what's happening with this left shoulder. If it's lifted up, roll that shoulder back down, release that knee up a bit. If the shoulder's flat on the floor, take that right hand on the outside edge of that left knee and just encourage that knee down towards the floor. Again, it doesn't matter, you may be here. You'll still be feeling that stretch along the outside edge of the leg. So the IT band, which runs from the hip to the knee, and then running through the glutes, the different layers, up through the back of the hip into the waist. With every exhale, just seeing if you can allow it to soften and release a bit more. And then inhaling back up. Exhaling, releasing that left foot down to the floor. And then just draw in the knees. Wrap the hands around the fronts of the knees, the backs of the thighs, wherever you can reach. Keeping the head on the floor, chin tucked in, looking up to the ceiling. And then just take gentle rocks from side to side, just massaging out the lower back. Maybe even doing circles with the hips. So maybe take the knees apart, toes touching, and just roll around a couple of times one way and then the other way, just massaging out that lumbar spine, that lower back. And then come back to centre. One last well-deserved hug. Take the feet back down to the floor. And then gently roll over to any one side. And bring yourself back up to sitting. And that should have loosened out the back, stretched through the hips and the thighs. So great set of sequences to do anytime during the day, but particularly first thing in the morning in bed and also when you have been sat for a long time. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you've got any questions. See you soon. Bye.